Welcome to the fabulous world of Phylum Echinodermata, or spiny skin. The characteristics of echinoderms. They're all marine. They are coelomates. For example, they have one-way digestive system. The adult usually displays radial symmetry, or five-rayed sea stars are pentaradial symmetric. The side of these creatures
They have a
with a mouth
muscularized
is known as the
digestive
oral
system.
surface, and it's on the
They
bottom.
undergo metamorphosis
And
from
the
bilateral,
top, which has the
ciliated
anus,
free-swimming
is
larvae
known as the
to
aboral
sessile or
surface.
sedentary adults.
They have an endoskeleton known as the test, which is made of calcium plates or ossicles, small bones, with protruding spines. More characteristics of echinoderms is that they possess a water vascular system used for gas exchange, feeding, and locomotion. They have open or reduced circulatory system, no heart, with a central ring and vessels. Simple radial nervous system with no brain. They're capable of extensive regeneration. Most undergo sexual reproduction with fertilization outside the body. The defense systems of echinoderms, they have spines which are observed on many echinoderms and can be soft or hard and sharp. Their presence deters predators. This is going to be hard. Pedicellariae are pincer-like structures that protrude from the body surface between the spines. Pedicellariae, it's not easy to say, but it's spelled Pedicellariae, keep the body surface clear of encrusting organisms. Echinoderms also camouflage with their natural color into their environment. In this figure, you see a picture of the Pedicellariae. Their overall feeding method. They have tube feet which attach to bivalve mollusk shells and create suction to pull valves apart slightly. Starfish everts or turns inside out its stomach through its mouth and inserts it into prey. Stomach secretes enzymes to partially digest bivalve, then stomach withdraws and digestion is completed inside the starfish. Digestion. Sea stars have two stomachs that perform different functions. The first is a cardiac stomach, which can be pushed outside of the mouth to engulf and digest food. Once digested, the food is brought inside to the pyloric stomach. 2. The pyloric stomach further digests food and passes it on to the intestine and the anus, which is located on the aboral surface, or top. This allows a sea star to consume food that would normally not fit into its mouth. Reproduction. They are dioecious. 2 gonads, ovaries or testes, in each arm produce eggs or sperm. They exhibit external fertilization. Females produce up to 200 million eggs per season. Fertilized eggs hatch into larvae, which settle to the bottom after 2 years and become adults. Asexually reproduce by regenerating arms, but lost arms don't produce new individuals unless attached to part of the central disc. It's important to know that the water vascular system has 3 jobs: locomotion, feeding, and gas exchange. The water vascular system consists of a central ring and a series of canals maintaining hydrostatic pressure that end in tube feet, which are used for movement, feeding, and bringing water in for gas exchange. This system helps the starfish move. A sea urchin's tube feet protrude out from its spines. Like starfish, they rhythmically contract muscles that force water into the tube feet, extending the feet out to the ground. When they relax the muscles, the feet lift off the ground. In this first slide, we have examples of the sea urchin mouth, the sea urchin test or shell. They do have ball and socket joints, very much like your shoulder, a shower head, or when you cup your hand over your fist. And these are located on the spines, which allow them to move. If you try to touch the spines of an urchin, the surrounding spines will converge there. They possess a mouth with 5 calcium carbonate teeth. Also, they have a fleshy tongue within. This structure is termed Aristotle's lantern, and the picture on the right is an example of what the Aristotle's lantern looks like. The ecological roles of echinoderms. Starfish and brittle stars prevent the growth of algal mats on coral reefs. Their ossified skeletons, that is, of echinoderms, are major contributors to many limestone formations. They're part of the food chain. Their larvae produce food for other creatures. The death of echinoderms is often followed by an increase in seaweed growth and destruction of reefs. Sea urchin grazing reduces the rate of colonization of bare rock. The burrowing of sand dollars and sea cucumbers depletes the sea floor of nutrients and encourages deeper penetration of plants. This increases levels of oxygen and ecological tiering. In other words, organisms occupying different physical levels in an environment. Sea urchins bore into rocks, releasing nutrients. They use their acid to bore into those rocks. Sea cucumbers provide habitats for parasites. Hooray! Still necessary though. Echinoderms feed on dead and decaying organisms.